Hello everyone, this is Logan59XP, back for part 2 of our Splatoon 1 playthrough, which is of course a part of my little Road to Splatoon 3 series, where we're going through, well, the entire Splatoon series up until this point, in anticipation of Splatoon 3. Now, I know I said in the last stream, aka earlier today, that we'd be doing this tomorrow. And that was my original plan, but considering that we were able to get the first 3 worlds done in 2 hours, I think we can get the rest of this finished in like an hour 30. And then I don't have to, then like tomorrow we'll take a break. I imagine tomorrow is going to be that'll be like kind of the trade-off is we'll finish the rest of this today, and then tomorrow we'll take a break, and then like the day after or whatever we'll start the Splatoon 2. Stream. But again, we'll see. Obviously, I changed my mind on this. I may change my mind when I do the Splatoon 2 one. But anyways, so let's go ahead and keep on going. So yeah, last we left off a few hours ago, we had just finished up World 3, or Area 3. I'm not sure if there's... Okay, yeah, areas, yeah. We finished off Area 3. Which means now we're off to Area 4. And there are 2 more areas left. So Area 4... Area 5, and then DJ Octavio. Let's go ahead and head over there. Now, if I remember correctly, I'm pretty sure there are hidden scrolls in like these latter 2 areas, but I could be wrong on that. I know Splatoon 2 in like the overworld will give you, there'll be like hidden scrolls and stuff. I'm not sure if that's in the first game or not though. I don't think so, but we'll see. Complete and total fail, right? My right stick on the gamepad just got stuck for a second. And again, it is almost 10 years old. Yeah, the Wii U is almost 10 years old, by the way. So you're gonna have to, I guess, deal with that revelation. I mean, I've had the Wii U not since like launch, but like Christmas 2012. So close enough. So I had the Wii U for its entire lifespan. So, yeah. Okay, I think there's one more. There's at least 1 or 2 more I haven't grabbed yet. So I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. There's 1 more. Where's the last one? Why do I have no idea where it is? It's not down there, or at least it shouldn't be. mind. Okay, so let's see. 18, 17, 16, 21, 19, 20. Okay, so this is 16. Alrighty then. Let's go! Wrong franchise. So, interestingly enough, so actually, we were out on a walk earlier. And apparently, during that time, when I came back and I looked at my phone, I saw that I actually got a couple of comments on some of the Splatoon stuff. I got one comment on the Splatoon 3 stream from yesterday, and then I actually got a comment on my, like, old, what Splatoon 1 stages I want in Splatoon 3 video from last year. I got a comment on that, and they were both from the same person. So, what was the comment, you may ask? I'm gonna respond to this person, obviously, like officially, but, just in case he somehow stumbles upon this stream, I'll go ahead and give him a little, an early, response before I actually type in one and send it to him, probably after the stream is done. So, the first one was, the first one was from the Splatoon 3 stream from yesterday, and the comment was, I'm paraphrasing, this is not literally what he said, but basically, he was talking about how he agrees with me on the whole, like, Splatoon 1 has a way better soundtrack than Splatoon 2 thing. And then he was mentioning how, the Splatoon 3 soundtrack is actually more in common with 1 than it is with 3. Sorry, the 3 soundtrack is more in common with 1 than it is with 2, and I have not heard pretty much anything from the Splatoon 3 soundtrack for the most part, aside from, like, you know, the remix from the trailer that there's now a full version of, and, like, little small things here and there. I have not really gotten to hear the Splatoon 3 soundtrack that much, so I'm still pretty much blind on that, and, you know, where it stacks up, you know, if it's more like 1 or if it's more like 2, I'm really not sure yet. But, you know, it's nice to see that, you know, someone else out there, you know, kind of agrees, you know, with the whole, you know... I mean, like I've said, you know, the Splatoon 2 soundtrack, it's not bad, it's just the first game's soundtrack is so good. And Splatoon 2's soundtrack has a lot of tracks that are, like, kind of just okay. They're not bad, but they're not really good either, in my opinion. But then there's a couple of ones that are pretty good, that I do like. I can't really name them by name at the moment, but, like, there definitely are some good tracks in Splatoon 2, don't get me wrong, but I definitely think the first game's soundtrack is a lot better, so it's kind of nice to see that. I guess I'm not the only one in that. To be fair, I don't really know what you know, what's like the popular opinion and what's the hot take when it comes to Splatoon, because I don't follow that stuff. I don't use Twitter. I don't use Reddit, really. I don't use any of that stuff pretty much at this point, so I have no idea what's considered, like what the status of any of that is, but at least on my own, personally, you know, yeah. Splatoon 2 soundtrack, it's not bad, but the first game soundtrack is a lot better, so it's kind of nice to see yeah, someone else be like, yeah, I agree with you on that. And yeah, but as for Splatoon 3 soundtrack, well, I'm gonna have to wait until the game comes out before I really judge that. Okay, and the second comment, this was the one he put on the Splatoon, Splatoon 1 stages I want to see in Splatoon 3. And he was talking about how he basically said, you know, what, you know, lol, like he said lol first, and I know why he said it, I'll get to it in a second. He said, lol, what do you think about what they did to My Resort? Because obviously My Resort was confirmed for Splatoon 3 in the Direct, and it was playable in the global test, the global test fire. I keep calling it the test fire, even though that's not what it is. The Splatfest the other day. And I did mention, and basically what he's referring to is they changed the layout in My Resort, at least for that Splatfest. As far as I can tell, it's probably going to be like that for the actual game. But yeah, that's something I did not know about before. I probably wasn't paying attention, and I'm sure they showed it in the Direct when they were being like, oh yeah, My Resort's going to be in Splatoon 3. But I was too, you know, excited over, yes, My Resort's coming back, awesome, to like really pay attention to the fact that the layout is different. Which is something that they've never really done before. I mean, they have updated layouts of stages, like, throughout the life. Like, for example, Urchin Underpass got a change, and, like partway through Splatoon's, you know, life cycle. Same with a couple of the other stages, but they've never, like, radically changed the layout of a stage when they bring it back. Like, all of the Splatoon 1 stages that came back in 2 are pretty much identical to how they were in Splatoon 1, aside from some very minor changes. But with Splatoon 3, Maya Resort has at least, I think the core of it is relatively the same, or at least the same concept, but, like, the outer bits are completely different. So it's almost a different stage, in a way. Hey, look, there's Callie Marie, there's Agent 1 and 2. What's that? Crackle. Am I turning my head upside down so I can try and read it? Hello, can you hear me? You're the one holding it upside down. But anyway, so yeah, so my assumption, again, I don't know this, but I'm assuming that the reason why he said what they did, he didn't say what they changed, he said what they did, which implies that he doesn't like how they changed it, or he thinks I'm not gonna like how they changed it. Now, I only got to play Maya Resort for like 2 matches. That is not enough for me to really judge the stage as a whole. Now, here's what I will say. I wish they kept it the same. Because it was just fine as it was, did not need to be tinkered with. That being said, I can't judge Maya Resort as it is in Splatoon 3 until I've, like, played it more. Again, I only got to play it, like, twice. And even then, the water levels weren't going up and down, so like that. So even then, it's like it's not like showing the stage at its, like, you know, full potential. So yeah. So I guess for that guy, if he ever stumbles upon this, basically, I wish they didn't change it. But I can't judge the stage just yet because I haven't played it enough. I haven't really gotten a really good chance to, like, really mess with it and, like, really understand how it works. Now, what I can say is that Maya Resort is not the only Splatoon 1 stage that's getting noticeable changes in Splatoon 3. For example, Flounder Heights is confirmed to be coming in the future. And apparently, in, like, the screenshot they showed of it, the, like the stage is lower than it is in Splatoon 1. Like, the buildings don't go as high. Now, that stage, obviously, I have not played on yet. So that one I even less can really make a judgment on. But what I will say is that's not as drastic of a change as Maya Resort's layout kind of completely changing. I don't think it's as drastic as that, but again, like Maya Resort, I can't really judge it until the game's, like, actually out and when, like, Flounder Heights comes out. But preemptively, for Flounder Heights as well, since I'll throw Flounder Heights in there, because that's another stage from the original I liked a lot. Even though the change is not as drastic as Maya Resort, I will kind of say the same thing. I wish they didn't change it. It was perfectly fine as is. But, I'm not gonna judge it until I've played it. And I guess that's kind of that, so yeah. What other Splatoon 1 stages are confirmed? Yeah, Maya Resort, Flounder Heights is coming in an update. Museum di Alfonso, which apparently was in the Splatfest, but I didn't get to play it because the rotation I had didn't have it. Now, as far as I can tell, that's identical to the original. That stage was that map was basically left alone. So in that respect, it is kind of interesting that some of the stages are getting changed and some of them aren't. Like, if it was a stage that people didn't like all that much in a previous game, I would understand wanting to change it. But if it's a stage people liked, why change it? And I just completely got wrecked right there. Like, for example, apparently a lot of people don't like Wahoo World. I mean, I think the stage is alright. I think the stage is fine, but, like, apparently a lot of people hate it. And that stage is coming back in 3, and as far as I can tell, it looks the same. See, if anything, wouldn't that be the stage where like doing like major changes would make sense? Because apparently a lot of people didn't like that one. So changing it to make it better would make sense, as opposed to, you know, breaking what isn't broken. Which is kind of what they're doing with My Resort in Flounder Heights, but again, not gonna judge that 100% until I've really gotten to play it like in like a real capacity. So I guess that's my word. That's my final word on that whole topic for the moment. Yeah, if that guy doesn't stumble upon this stream, I'll go ahead and I'll send him like a reply, kind of saying more or less what I kind of just said right there. But yeah, so yeah, in case that guy ends up watching this stream after the fact somehow, well, there's your answers. And thanks for watching the stream and the video, by the way. I wasn't expecting anyone to really watch that stream after the fact, but it's nice that there was at least someone out there that actually watched at least part of that stream after the fact, so, I appreciate it. And also, of course, thank you for watching that old video from last year. I appreciate that as well. But, yeah, so moving on from that. Okay, so yeah, it's I think there's another Splatoon 1 stage I'm missing. What is it? I can't remember what it is. I'd have to bring up the list again. Me. Actually, let me go ahead right now real quick and actually look up the stage list for 3 that we currently know of so far. Because I think it's like 3 or 4. I think from what I remember, it's like 5 Splatoon 3 stages. And then like 4 from 5. No, I think it's 5 from 3, 4 from 2, and 3 from 1, but I could be wrong on that. We're gonna find out in a second. So yeah, there's Callie Marie right there. Okay, let's see, Splatoon 3. So yeah, Scorch Gorge, Eel Tail Alley, Undertow Spillway, Mincemeat Metalworks, and Hagglefish Market are all new stages. Then we have, Museum di Alfonso. Okay, Hammerhead Bridge. Okay, so that's one that's coming back. I'm glad about that. Now, this one, you can tell they messed with. And you know how you can tell? Because because now you're, like, underneath the bridge, as opposed to, like, on top of it. So, that's definitely different, but I'm not quite sure about the layout. Oh, let's see. Okay, so according to the wiki, the layout of the stage is the same. It's just that now it's like all the ground is solid, as opposed to like being like kind of no grates basically. But like the layout's the same. So while Hammerhead Bridge does have a visual overhaul, apparently the core layout is the same. So there's that. Whereas yeah, and Museum de Alfonso seems to be, at least as far as I can tell, mostly the same. Again, I didn't get to play it, so I can't really speak to that too much. Let's see. The large rotating platforms near center stage have been altered as well, now having 2 spokes instead of 3. Okay, so there's a minor change, but it's pretty much the same, okay? And then, yeah, My Resort is, and then, yeah, that's the one where, like, yeah, you can tell they've definitely altered that quite a bit. And then, yeah, and then we got Inkblot, Art Academy, Sturgeon Shipyard, Mako Mart, and Wahoo World, all that. Okay, so, yeah, so it's... So, yeah, it's the 5, 4, 3. So, yeah, 5 from 3, 4 from 2, and then 3 from 1 for the base game. That's a solid lineup, I think. You know, because the base Splatoon 1 had 5 stages, and base Splatoon 2 had 8, and this is gonna have like 12, I think. Is it 12 or is it 11? 1, 2, 5. I don't know, 12, 11. Either way, it's the most we've had in the base game so far, so that'll be more than enough to, you know, satiate us as, you know, while we're waiting on new stages. Alrighty then. Okay, so 18. Here we go. I'm gonna unplug. I had the gamepad plugged in from last time. Let's go and unplug it. I don't know why, but this stage is particularly memorable to me for some reason. Okay, well, there's our... Woo! Looking cool, Agent 3! She didn't say looking cool, but I don't know. Whenever a character is like, yeah, that was awesome, I have a legal obligation to be looking cool, insert whatever character I'm playing as or whatever. Because I don't know why. Yeah, it's 5 years old, but I don't know. I think the only Persona 5 meme that I think has, like, actually gotten stale, for me at least, is like the go to sleep meme. That's like the only recurring Persona 5 meme that, like, I think has run its course. And it's mainly for one reason. Royal fixed it, or at least Royal, like, improved it to the point that it's not, like, a meme anymore. So I kind of feel like, you know, like, the meme has run its course because Royal addressed it and mostly fixed it. So I kind of feel like it's playing, like, all the others, like, you know, the pancake, you know, pancakes, funny pancakes, like, I don't know, that one, that's still, like, you know, that hasn't really gotten old for me yet. But, like, the go to sleep one, I think, has run its course, in my opinion, because Royal fixed it. But anyways, enough. Okay. Actually, speaking of Persona 5, so we've been slowly getting more gameplay of the Persona 5 ports. Now, to be fair, that's not really, there's a reason why it's been slow, because it's like, well, it's Persona 5. Everyone knows what happens in Persona 5, you know, like, oh wow, this trailer has the Xbox buttons on it as opposed to the PlayStation buttons. Wow, so different, I know. But it's still cool to, like, see Persona 5 with the Xbox. You know, when you've had, like, you know, all these years of seeing, like, you know, the colored PlayStation buttons, which are, like, such an iconic part of Persona 5's, battle menu. It's weird to see, like, the Xbox buttons or the Switch buttons, or especially, and this is the kind of thing I want to bring up real quick, is the PS5 buttons. Because, of course, the PS5 infamously got rid of the colored buttons, something that I wish they didn't do. Because the PlayStation colored buttons were, like, a really iconic part of their thing. And they kind of threw that away with the PS5, and I kind of get why, but it's also like, what was wrong with it? And developers, and basically most developers have been transitioning towards, like, using the gray buttons, because that's what the PS5 has in all their PS5 ports. But there are a couple of games that even, like, the native PS5 versions will still use the colored buttons. Like, for example, Spider-Man Remastered and Spider-Man Miles Morales on PS5. They still have the colored buttons from the PS4 and 3 and 2 and 1. All the other, you know, PS1 through 4. But then, like, you'll see games like Final Fantasy VII Remake Intergrade, which is not first party granted, but still, you know, big exclusive title, or well, was big exclusive title. Now it's on PC. Still not on Xbox yet, but you know, hopefully that'll happen in time. But like that went from colored buttons on the PS4 to the gray buttons on, or the white buttons, I should say, on PS5, so... I mean, not every developer on PS4 used the colored buttons. I know there were quite a few that just did, like, white or gray, but... I don't know. But I think that, like, when a lot of, like, Persona's identity is, like, the color. Like, you know, Persona 3 is blue, Persona 4 is yellow, Persona 5 is red, you know, all that stuff. And, like, the colored buttons in, like, the P5, in P5 especially, like, really added to the identity of the game. Seeing the color be removed for an arbitrary reason, just because the PS5 buttons don't have color, therefore we're not going to have color anymore, it's really jarring. I mean, is it the end of the world? No. But when the Xbox version looks better than the PS5 version because it has colored buttons and the PS5 version doesn't, that's, like, weird, you know? I mean, obviously from a literal perspective, the Series X and PS5 version are going to be exactly the same. But you know what I'm trying to say, right? Like, it's weird that this, like, PlayStation... You know, this, up until recently, more or less exclusively PlayStation franchise that has been so ingrained with those colored buttons in P5, now it's gone in the PS5 version. It's, like, really weird. But it's still there in the Series X version, obviously, because obviously Xbox still has the colored buttons. So, yeah. Okay, I'll admit, I kind of just blitzed past that part right there. I may have just missed something. But yeah, I'm looking forward to playing through P5 again in 60 FPS. That'll be cool. I'll be playing it on the Series X through Game Pass, though, since, yeah. The whole situation where Atlas, for some bizarre reason, is not offering an upgrade of any kind is really weird. Like, a lot of people were mad that there wasn't a free upgrade. I'm not mad that there wasn't a free upgrade. To be honest, I was hoping for a free upgrade, but I wasn't expecting it. I figured there'd be some kind of charge, but what I did not expect was full price. I thought they were gonna do what Sony's been doing, where like, oh, we're gonna have like a $10 upgrade. I would have been perfectly fine with paying $10 to get the PS5 upgrade. I would have been totally fine with that. But no, for some bizarre reason, even though there's the Game Pass deal, where you can play the game for free, and yeah, the whole thing I talked about last time of where it is, but it's not actually free though. Yeah. But but it's free. You know what I'm trying to say. You know what I'm trying to say when I say it's free. And every other, you know, PS5 game that doesn't have a free upgrade offers at least a $10 upgrade like the Sony games do. The fact that Atlas isn't even doing that, they're not even giving us a $10, $20 upgrade. The fact there's no upgrade at all is really bizarre. It makes absolutely no sense, especially, I mean, it would make no sense no matter what, but it's even more awkward when, again, you can play the Series X version for free if you have Game Pass. So, like, it's really weird. It makes no sense. Why would you do that? So, yeah. I mean, do I want the PS5 version? Yes. Am I gonna get the PS5 version eventually down the line when it's not $60? Yes, because I do want a physical... I have a physical PS4 version of Royal, the Steelbook from launch, actually. And I would like to have a physical PS5 version of Royal, plus especially since Royal, the new versions are including all the DLC, so we'll have all the DLC on disc, so we'll have a truly 100% complete version on disc, and that'll be awesome. But am I gonna pay $60 for it? Hell no. I'm gonna wait until it's like $25 on eBay, then I'll buy it. And until then, I'll just play the Series X version for free, quote unquote, with Game Pass, all that stuff. But yeah, Lightstar Ninja 17. Hi, welcome to the stream. Okay, so let's see. Okay, so now we're on to level 20. We're on to another Octoling one, and this one is on Blue. Wait, didn't we already do Bluefin Depot? No. The Bluefin Depot was for like the big Octoling guy. Nobody is watching. Well. Well, you're watching, so that's something, right? You're probably the only person watching this, to be fair, though. But, yeah, still, thanks for being here. It's nice to see someone show up. Yeah. Yeah, that whole thing with, like, the no upgrade at all is, like, really strange. I'm willing to bet that it won't actually take that long for the game to dip below $60, because I remember Persona 5 Royal was on sale for, like, 40 bucks, like, a few months after it came out. So it won't take that long for the game to be, like, $20, $25, $30 on, like, eBay. It probably will not. It'll probably take like a couple of months, and obviously I can survive that long. It's not the biggest deal on the planet. I mean, I want it for the collection more than anything, and for like preservation, you know. So I can have like, you know, 4K, 60 frames per second, all the DLC on disc. You know, I'll have the ultimate version of Persona 5, and I'll be completely set. You know, so I want to have it. I want to have that disc, but I'm not paying $60 for it. You've played the original Splatoon 1 before? Yes. In fact, I have been playing... I've been with Splatoon 1 since the very beginning. Like, the original Global Test Fires, I was also there day one, you know, May 29th, 2015. You know, I've been with the Splatoon series since it began. And personally, I actually like Splatoon 1 more than Splatoon 2. I know I've been talking actually in the streams a little bit about how like I definitely prefer the soundtrack to the first game more. I think Splatoon 1's soundtrack is pretty good, whereas Splatoon 2's is alright with a couple of good songs in there. And also just like, I don't know what it is, but it's just something about Splatoon 1 that I just really love. Like, I love Splatoon 1 and I like Splatoon 2. And I'm very curious to see where Splatoon 3 lines up, because of course that's the whole reason why I'm playing through this right now, because this is kind of a part of a little series I'm doing where I'm going through, you know, everything up until this point. It kicked off yesterday with the Splatoon 3 Global Test Fire. I keep calling them test fires. It's not a test fire. It's the Splatfest World Premiere, you know, whatever. You know, I played that yesterday as kind of the kickoff, and then now we're doing the Splatoon 1 campaign. Then I'm going to be doing the Splatoon 2 campaign and Octa expansion. And then I'm not sure if I'm going to stream the Splatoon 3 campaign. I'm not sure if I'm going to do that. But I'm definitely going to be doing 1 and 2's campaigns. It's kind of like a part of this, you know, little Road to Splatoon 3 series, so yeah. Yeah, Splatoon 1 definitely has better music than Splatoon 2. Yeah, I've seen a couple of people actually, yeah, agree with me that, like, yeah, the Splatoon 1's music. I don't know what the general consensus on the soundtrack is for 2. Because I don't pay attention to that stuff. But like, Splatoon 2's soundtrack has never clicked with me. Again, there's a couple of good songs in there for sure, but overall, it's just not as good as Splatoon 1's. Splatoon 1 has, like, just about every track in Splatoon 1 is great. Even, like, the minor stuff, like the lobby theme and, like, the loading screen theme, it's really good. And then the one in Splatoon 2 it's good. It's alright. But, like, it's not as good as the first games. So yeah, I have heard that the Splatoon 3 soundtrack is going to be more along the lines of 1. I can't verify that, obviously, because the game's not out yet, and the little I played of the test fire wasn't really conclusive. Test fire, there I am, saying it again. Splatfest. But I definitely hope that 3's soundtrack is more in line with 1's than 2's. But yeah, so, okay, so where the heck is the sunken scroll? I have no idea where it is. Is it back here? I just missed it. Let me guess, it's on this side. Wait, no, I already went on that side. Okay, wait, what am I missing? I do not see an orange box anywhere. Oh, there it is, there it is. I see it. I see it. I played the Splatoon 3 demo, Splatfest, and the songs sounded better than Splatoon 2. Yeah, again, I mean, of course, we only got to play the Splatoon, like, 3 thing for a couple of hours, but I do, at least, even though I wasn't really, like, listening to the music all that much, the impression I got, at least, was that it was better than Splatoon 2, but, like, I know that the Now or Never remix was pretty good, at the very least. But yeah, and of course, like, the Splatack remix from the trailer that apparently, like, the full version leaked or whatever, that sounds pretty good. But yeah, that's all I've really gotten to hear. I have not heard, like, much of the Splatoon 3 soundtrack yet, because I'm sure that people have, like, data mined the demo and they've found, like, the full soundtrack, or at least a lot of the soundtrack, and I don't really know any of that yet, so we'll see how it lines up, but... Yeah, but again, if that thing that people have been saying of, like, oh, it's more like the first game than the second game, if that's true, then I'll be a happy camper, because, yeah, Splatoon 1's soundtrack is really good. And the soundtrack in Splatoon 2 is, like, one of the things that holds that game back for me. Okay, so here we are on Urchin Underpass, the original classic. That's better return in Splatoon 3. I keep bringing this up every single time I bring up Urchin Underpass, but Urchin Underpass should have been in Splatoon 2. It's the most iconic map in the entire series, and it's in Mario Kart, for crying out loud, but not Splatoon 2. How that never got added to Splatoon 2 is beyond me. It made no sense. But hopefully they'll bring it back in Splatoon 3, although a part of me wonders if they're going to change the layout like they've been doing with some of the other Splatoon 1 stages, like we mentioned earlier, but either way, I definitely think it should come back when it's so iconic. What's kind of funny is we're actually playing on the version 1.0 version of the stage right now, because of course, and I think like version 2.0 of Splatoon, I think it was either 2.0 or 2. Like, I don't know. At one point in Splatoon 1's like life cycle, they updated Urchin Underpass to like change like the middle, to change like the center part of the stage to be like different. So like, but since we're playing the campaign, this has the 1.0 layout. And I believe the Mario Kart stage is based on the newer version, because why wouldn't it be? But, yeah, it's just kind of interesting how, like, the stages in Splatoon 1 that got, like, updates later on, like, you can play their original versions in, like, the campaign, if they're in the campaign for these, like, missions, which is kind of interesting. Whoa. Wrong button. Dang it! It didn't appear fast enough. There we go. There we go. There we're... What? Oh, okay, yeah. Time for boss. Okay, that wasn't a good idea. Nope, wrong one. Oh my god, I screwed that up. Well, yeah, my right stick on the gamepad needs to be, like, cleaned out or something, because it's, like, acting a little weird. It's getting, like, stuck. Then again, I haven't used the gamepad on a regular basis in years, obviously, so... that probably doesn't help either. For a second there, I wasn't quite sure what I was supposed to do, because I don't really remember this boss all that well. Dang it. I think I got enough teeth anyway, so it's not a big deal. And that should be that. Alright, so that means we only have one world left. Or area left. I'm so tempted to call them worlds, but it's not world, it's area. Holy mackerel pancakes. It's kind of funny. I kind of brought this up earlier, but like, I can't take the word pancakes in a video game seriously anymore. The word pancake will never mean the same thing ever again. Alrighty then, we're on our final world here. Dang it, I keep calling it world. I know it doesn't really matter, but what I call it, but I want to try and be as legit as possible, so. Okay, so you know how I was talking about how even like the minor soundtracks in Splatoon 1 are a lot more memorable than like the minor tracks in Splatoon 2? Great case in point, this track right now, the Octo Valley track, you know, that track, the equivalent in Splatoon 2, I literally do not remember at all. Like, I remember other minor tracks from Splatoon 2, like the lobby music and stuff like that, but I do not remember the Octo Canyon theme, like, at all. Does it even have a theme? I don't even remember. Whereas, like, I can always remember the Octo Valley theme of do 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 wow wow wow. Like that. That's way more memorable than whatever they have in Splatoon 2, like for their equivalent thing. And it's just a little blippity blip, like whatever, a track that doesn't really matter, and somehow it's way more memorable in the first game than it is in the second. So I don't know. Yeah, I don't know. I don't want to keep harping on the soundtrack thing too much, because like I said, the Splatoon 2 soundtrack is not bad. It's just, I don't know. It's just a little frustrating, I guess. When the first games, it's just so good. Okay, so let's go ahead and try and get all of these suckers unlocked. So we got 2. You like Persona 5 too? Yeah, I like Persona 5 a lot. And yeah, it's pretty cool that a lot more people are going to get to experience Persona 5 with all the ports that are coming out, you know. It's going to be on literally everything, you know. We're getting a PS5 port, we're getting a, you know, Xbox One and Series port, we're getting a PC port, we're getting the long, you know, rumored and anticipated Switch port that I personally was never too crazy about. I was never one of those people that were, like, constantly, like, begging and pleading Atlus to, like, put Persona 5 on Switch. I was never one of those people. Even though, I mean, it would have always... I've always been for it. I mean, I don't think anyone was ever really against it. And if people were against it, they were against it literally just because they didn't like the fans that were constantly asking for it. Like, if people didn't want a port, it was just because they were tired of hearing King Goomba or whatever constantly ask about it. Not that they were actually against the idea of a port itself, you know? But the vast majority of people were all for a Switch port. But I was personally never really crazy for it because I personally don't buy third-party games on Switch because why would you? Actually, I should clarify that. So, I use the Switch exclusively as a home console. I do not use the portable aspect of it pretty much at all. And because of that, I have no incentive to buy a Switch version of a game. Because the whole reason why you would buy a Switch version of a game is to play it on the go. But if you have literally any other console, or if you have a PC, why the hell would you buy the Switch version that's going to be the worst looking and worst running version of that game, even if the version of the game is still pretty solid overall? Like, I have no doubts that Royal is going to have a solid Switch port. It is not going to be, you know, a... you know, impossible port that works, but it looks completely terrible, like, you know, like what Panic Button does, where, yeah, we got Wolfenstein and Doom on the Switch, and that's cool, but, like, they're really blurry, you know, it's not gonna be like that. Like, Persona 5 is a PS3 game, right? It's a PS3 game, first and foremost. It ran fine on the PS3, it's gonna run fine on the Switch, and while we don't know the resolution it's running at right now, I think it is actually higher than I originally thought. I thought it was going to be just 720p 30, but it's probably higher than that. I think it might be 900p, actually, which would be pretty cool. And I know 900p isn't saying much, but remember, we're talking about the Switch here. Not exactly a powerhouse, you know. And, you know, 900p for a game like Persona 5 will look just fine, even in docked mode. But do I have any intention of getting the Switch version? Maybe down the line. Like I said, for the PS5 version, I'll maybe at some point, but, like, am I gonna pay $60 to play a 900p version of the game that I can already play at 4K on my PS5 with the PS4 version? No. But it's cool that it exists, right? Like, it's cool that's coming to Switch. It's cool that's coming to... especially Xbox. I've always been someone that has wanted more, like, JRPGs on Xbox, and it's great that we're not only getting Persona 5, but we're getting Persona 4 and 3 portable, granted, not FES, but we're getting 4 and 3 on Xbox. Soul Hackers just came out, and yeah, Soul Hackers has been pretty divisive, but, well, not divisive, it's just been, like, not received super amazingly. But still, it's on Xbox, that's cool, you know, we got all the Yakuza games on Xbox. You know, it's cool that we have a lot of these, like, you know, big games on, you know, on Xbox, you know, JRPGs, so yeah. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, so there's one more I haven't done yet. One more I haven't, unlocked, rather. Yeah! Look at that! We managed to pull that off. Like, let's see. Okay, here we go. 22. Alrighty then, let's go. Actually, speaking of Persona, we got, of course, the concert coming up in October, and that's when they're gonna most likely announce Persona 6 or Persona 5 Arena or something, you know. Everyone's pretty much unanimously agreed it's gonna be Persona 6 because, like, I mean, why would it not be? But of course, the question is, how much of Persona 6 are they going to show? Are we going to get, like, a trailer? Are we going to get a teaser? Are we going to get, like, a sequel to the Chairs trailer where it's just, like, a logo with a very vague release date and, like, the color green in the background or something? Like, we don't know. My prediction is... You know what? I'm actually going to go out on a limb, and I'm going to say we're going to see more than people are expecting. And by see more than people are expecting, I mean it's not going to be Chairs Trailer 2.0. It's going to be, like, something substantial in some way. Like, we'll get, like, a screenshot of, like, the new protagonist or something. Like, we'll get, like, something substantial like that. Like, not, like, gameplay. We're not going to see gameplay. I want to make that crystal clear. We are not going to see gameplay. But we'll get, like, an anime cutscene that has the protagonist in it for, like, 5 seconds or something. We'll get, like, something that's not just the Chairs trailer again. But it's not going to be too much more than that at the same time, if you get what I mean. That's my prediction. We'll get the color... And we'll get, like, the new protagonist, and we'll get, like, a logo. And we'll get, like, a now-in-development release date, because they're not going to give us an actual release date, because they know how much they got memed for the Winter 2014 thing. Which is the reason why, by the way, when SMT5 was revealed, they didn't give us a release date. It was just, like, now in development. And you want to know why? Because, like, they didn't want the Winter 2014 problem again. And by the time they gave us a release date, it was just like, yeah, 2021. And what do you know? It came out in 2021. So I imagine they're going to do the same thing here. It's going to be Persona 6, now in development, or coming soon, quote-unquote, or something like that. But they will not give us a release date. And if they do give us a release date, it's going to be something that they might actually hit. Like, they'll say, like, 2024. Like, not 2023, 2024. Which I think would be pretty fair, because the game would be announced in, what, October 2022. So 2024 release date, yeah, that sounds pretty comfortable. If they said 2023, I think a lot of people would be like, yeah, right, it's totally gonna get delayed. But if they say 2024, then, well, I mean, that's that, right? So, I mean, I guess we'll see, but yeah, that's kind of that's what I'm thinking, is like, it's not gonna be the Chairs trailer again, but it's not gonna be, like, gameplay or anything like that. That's my prediction. And as for Persona 5 Arena, well... I mean, if they're gonna announce it, this is kind of the time to announce it, because once they announce Persona 6, then they kind of, like, are done with the Persona 5 era, at least in terms of, like, new games. I mean... What, Persona 5, when it was announced back in 2013, they announced Persona 4 Arena Ultimax, Persona Q1, and then Dancing All Night were announced. So they announced like 2 to 3 like other games at the same time they announced Persona 5. But they didn't announce any games after that point. Like, that was the last round of Persona 4 games. Once they announced Persona 5, that was it. Everything from that point onward was Persona 5. Or Persona 3 in the case of the Persona 3 dancing game. But that was alongside 5, so I'm counting it. So, yeah. So, like, they can't announce Persona 6 at the concert, and then a few months later be like, yeah, Persona 5 Arena. That doesn't make any sense. No. If they're gonna announce Persona 5 Arena, they're gonna announce it at the same time they announce 6. AKA at the concert. So, I'm kind of the... So basically, if Persona 5 Arena is coming, it will be at the concert. And if it's not the concert, then it's not coming. Because the concert is gonna have Persona 6. And they're not gonna announce another Persona 5 spin-off once Persona 6 is officially on the cards, you know? Again, you know, that's at least the way I'm looking at it. But obviously, we'll find out in October. And I will not be streaming it because I'm not gonna have a ticket for it. Although someone will probably be streaming it for free via like Nico or something. But I'm not gonna stream it. Not because I don't want to. I do. It's just because I actually think I might. I actually think that would probably be a problem. because the concert is not it's not like a regular stream where you can just watch the YouTube stream. No. The Persona concert is like you pay money to watch the concert, so I can't stream it without, you know, Atlas probably, the Atlas snipers probably getting on me. But I will record my reaction though. I'll record it and then I'll upload my reactions like when it's all done. Like I'll do that, but I'm not gonna stream it probably just because since the concert is a paid endeavor, I don't think streaming it for free is definitely gonna be a big no-no. So I'll just record my reactions to the stuff they announce, and I'll just upload that, you know, after the concert's out, and then it'll all be good, right? Assuming I can find a feed of the concert that's free, and I don't have to just wait for like the trailer to drop, because I want to see it live. Like I want to see Persona 6 revealed live, but I'm also not gonna pay for a ticket to watch the stream, so I'm gonna have to watch some like off stream. Like I know for the 2019 concert there was like someone on Nico or YouTube, I forget, I think it was YouTube actually, that was streaming like the entire concert, and somehow it didn't get taken down, which was awesome. I don't know if that's gonna happen again though. They might be a bit more tight-fisted when it comes to, you know, pirated streams, so to speak. So we'll see what happens. Yeah. Yeah, ever since I finished Persona 4, like, ever since I finished Persona 4 last month, Persona's been kind of on the back burner. Now I'm just kind of waiting on the concert, you know? Before, like, really getting back into that series again. Is the concert happening before or after the release? No, I think... No, Royal comes out on October 29th. So that's after. Oh, dang it. So that's going to be after the concert. I didn't upgrade any of my stuff in a while. I should probably upgrade my weapons after this one, because I haven't done that in a while, and we are approaching the end here. I'm not going to go out of my way to max out literally everything, but I'm going to max out as much stuff as I can. As long as I get all the sunken scrolls, that, as far as I'm concerned, is good enough. Whoa, dang it. What could possibly go wrong? Sorry about that. That's another thing I feel like some kind of like weird obligation. Every time I see a character say what could possibly go wrong, I feel like this legal obligation in my mind to be like, what could possibly go wrong? Even though like I don't know why. For some weird reason, that's just like stuck in my head from the darn, you know. What was it, like the canceled Bubsy cartoon or whatever? I don't know. Are you subscribed? Oh, that's awesome. Thanks for subscribing. I appreciate it. Okay, we got an Octoling. Oh, there we go. Looking cool, Agent 3. There, now it makes sense. Now the reference makes sense. Last time she said, like, something else, but hey, okay. To be fair, Marie said looking good, not looking cool. But close enough. That's close enough. What have I had on my channel before? Like what? Just in general? I mean, most of the content I do is on Nintendo stuff. You know, Smash Bros, Splatoon, or like 2 of like the big ones. But I also like do videos and other things. Like for example, in my discussion series, I talk about like the various like Marvel shows and stuff. But I don't know. At the moment, I have not been doing that many videos. I've been meaning to get back to that. But streams are just so darn addictive and they're so easy to do that I keep pushing off the videos, even though I still have 3 videos I need to work on. Like at the beginning of the year, back in January, I started a series called My Thoughts on the Smash roster. And the idea is that I was going to go through game by game and talk about, well, my thoughts on the entire Smash roster up until this point, you know, from 64 to Ultimate. And the idea is that every video was going to be on a particular game. So, like, part 1 was the 64 roster, part 2 was the Melee roster, part 3 is going to be the Brawl roster, so on and so forth, right? I put out parts 1 and 2 back in January, and I still haven't put out part 3, or part 4, or part 5, all these months later, even though I've been meaning to get around to doing it, but I just have put it off because I can't help myself. And I really need to finish those. like before I do like any other like video, like any other like main video, like obviously like the discussions and the streams are their own thing, but in terms of like main core videos, I want to get those 3 parts like finished and done with before I do like any other like main videos. At least that's the idea, but yeah, we'll see. Let's see. Let's see. 22, 23, 24. Here we go. Boo-doop, boo-doop. You have a lot of subscribers. Why they're not on your stream? Well, because that's not how subscribers work, right? I mean, PewDiePie has like 100 million subscribers, and he gets like, what, a couple million? I mean, I don't watch PewDiePie. I've never watched him. Not back then, not now. But I know that, like, you know, he gets like, what, a million or 2? Even though he's like the most subscribed person on YouTube or whatever. So, like, you know, that's been one of the big problems, though, right? With, like, subscriptions, is that, like, the subscriber number you have never lines up with like how many people actually watch your stuff. Like I have like what, almost 2,000 subscribers, and like maybe 100 people will watch a video, maybe more if I get lucky. Like for example, what was the like the Splatoon 3 videos I did last year? Those did pretty well, especially the last one, the one where I was talking about like weapons and like various other things. That one got like 800 views. That was pretty cool. And then the other 2 got like 100, 200 views. I mean, okay, if you're asking me, what is the standard that I consider a video successful? To me, a video is successful if it crosses the 100 view mark. And when I say video, I mean main video, not the Nincast, not a short. Okay, actually maybe a short, because a short is still technically a video, but like a main video, a proper video. If it crosses the 100 view mark, I'm happy. That's pretty much my standard for what constitutes, you know, a video that is done well. And if it goes beyond that point, then that's even better. But that's kind of at least the way I look at it. As for the Nincast, like, they tend to get like 20, 30 views, which is, you know, that's fine, you know. It's not a big deal. That's a series I'm not expecting a ton of people to watch anyway. I guess it's me just talking for like an hour. I mean, how many people are gonna want to hear me talk for an hour, right? As opposed to like, you know, 10 minutes in like a regular video, so, you know. Those ones getting less views makes sense, and I'm totally fine with that, but yeah. And then there's the shorts. Now, I've only done one short. I've only done one short so far. And it was a few months ago. It was what tracks I want to see in Mario Kart 8 Deluxe's, you know, the new DLC, the Booster Course Pass. And that short did really well. Like, really, really well. It got like 3,000 views as of right now. So I'm surprised it went that far. I wasn't expecting it to go to even the 1,000 view mark, let alone 3,000 views. I was thinking maybe I'll get a couple hundred views at most, and, you know, I'd be happy with that. That'd be nice. That'd be cool. It got 3,000 views. I mean, to be fair, it's a short. It's like a minute, so, like, you know, that's one of the advantages of, like, the shorts format, is that because it's shorter, people are going to be more willing to watch it, because it's only a minute long, so what's the harm in watching it, right? Whereas, like, if it's even 10 minutes, it's like, oh, I gotta, like, sit down to watch this. Whereas, like, a short, they can, like, just watch really quickly, because that's the whole point of a short, right? Is that it's, like, really quick and easy to watch. But, yeah, I haven't made any more shorts, because I haven't really had any ideas for them. But if there's something I can do that I, like, the idea, but here's my kind of current plan for the shorts. My current plan for the shorts is, if there's a topic I want to talk about that I can't stretch into a full video, I'll make a short on it. Like, for example, that Mario Kart 8 short was supposed to be a regular main series video. But I didn't have enough to say about the tracks, other than, yeah, I like this track, I want to see it come back. That was all I had to say for, like, all of them, so it didn't justify a full video. So what did I do instead? I turned it into a short, and it did really well, so yeah. So I guess there's 3 different lengths of content. There's the short form content, which is shorts, which, you know, are a minute long, all that stuff. You know, I'm not a big fan of the fact that you have to have the phone aspect ratio. I'd rather have 16:9, but it is what it is. So there's shorts, which are a minute long. Then you have what I guess I would call them, you know, the main series videos, which are like, you know, around, you know, 10, 15 minutes long at most. And then you have the Nincast, which is my, like, discussion series, which can go as long as, like, over an hour, depending on the topic, right? Most of them have averaged around, like, 45 minutes this season, because most of the things I've talked about have just been the Marvel shows. Like, whenever a new Marvel show or Marvel movie comes out, I do a little, my thoughts on, you know, Doctor Strange or whatever. That's like 45 minutes long. I have not done that many Nincasts this season that aren't that, and I kind of want to do more. The only other ones I did were me talking about the February Direct, because when I streamed it, I was an idiot and didn't realize it wasn't live until it was too late, so my reactions to, like, the Booster Course Pass and stuff weren't saved. So I made a discussion, like a live discussion even, like on stream, not even the video, really quickly, just so I could, like, have something. And then me and my friend, Duo Force, we did a discussion on the reveal of Scarlet and Violet, because he's like a big Pokemon guy, so we talked about that. I'm not really a Pokemon guy myself these days, but whenever there's like big Pokemon news, you know, we'll do a discussion where he's very much carrying it. He's kind of the main. It's mainly a, whenever there's a Pokemon discussion, it's a Duo Force discussion featuring Logan 589XP as opposed to the other way around like it normally would be. Because I'm out of the loop when it comes to Pokemon, and I'm not too super interested in it. I'll play it, but, like, I'm not gonna, like, crazy for it or anything. Like I am for other series like Splatoon or Smash, where, like, I, like, want to know everything I possibly can about those series, and I will talk about them all the time. Alrighty, let's see. 25. Actually, to be fair, going back to the subscribers thing real quick, actually one of the reasons why the channel has that many subscribers is because of a video I made, like, way back in the day when I, like, first started my YouTube channel, back in 2015. It was the opening to the first Yokai Watch movie in Japanese. I put it out on, like, in September 2015. And that video blew up. Like, really, really, really blew up. Like, by the time I delisted the video, like, a year or two ago, which I'll get to in a second, the video was over 1 million views. None of my actual real videos that aren't just, like, little things like that have come anywhere near that amount, right? And I know for a fact I've gotten a lot of subscribers from that one Yokai Watch video from many, many years ago. And that was back when I used to talk about Yokai Watch, because I used to be really into that series at the time. But ever since like late 2016, I fell off of it, and by 2017 I was completely done with it. So that's the reason I unlisted that video like a year or two ago, was just because it didn't fit with the current channel. Like, I wasn't talking about Yokai Watch anymore, so it didn't make any sense to really keep it up. But I didn't delete it. I just unlisted it. So anyone that had it saved in a playlist or something, they can still watch it. And I know people still watch it, even though it's not public anymore. Because if I go in the analytics, it will get hundreds of views a week. Now, hundreds of views for a video with over 1 million views is nothing. And it used to get thousands upon thousands of views a week when it was still public. So it jumped from thousands of views to hundreds of views. But... or sorry, went from thousands to hundreds, went down. But yeah, so I got rid of the video. I unlisted it just because it didn't make sense to keep it up anymore. It was from a bygone era. And while it was really cool that I got so many views, those views don't really mean anything, because it's for content that, one, wasn't even my own. It wasn't even like a video I did on Yokai Watch. It was literally just me recording the opening to the movie with Bandai Cam. Remember Bandai Cam? Because my old computer at the time was a piece of junk, so I could only use like Bandai Cam. I couldn't use like OBS or anything. So I used Bandai Cam, so it's not even a good quality. It's not even a great quality version of the intro, so yeah, and I just got rid of it. I unlisted it, because it didn't make any sense to keep it up anymore, even though it did really well. It has nothing to do with the current, topics of the channel, and yeah, so... about the biggest long-standing thing that video really helped me with was subscriber count. Which is nice, but I'm not sure how much of that really matters, when... I mean, I don't know. I think the biggest thing you gain by having more subscribers is legitimacy, if that makes any sense. Like, if you have, 1,000 subscribers, people will take you more seriously compared to like if you were 100 subscribers, right? Because, hey, if you've gotten to 1,000 subscribers, and that means you've done something right, so what you're saying has some merit, that kind of stuff. So I think that's the biggest thing that all those extra subscribers I got from that one video help with. It's like legitimacy, to like kind of legitimize the channel and make people like, take my video, like the videos I actually do that actually are like matter more seriously. So I think that's cool, but yeah. I think I should actually look up and see legitimately how many subscribers I've gotten. It's not even half, like it's not like that, like it's not like half the channel or anything, but like it's like I think it's like 25%. I think it's like a couple hundred. I think like about 300 or so of the subscribers that I have are from that video. So that's a substantial amount, but it's not enough that it like delegitimizes the channel, right? Because what's the point in having all those subscribers if they don't mean anything, right? But most of the subscribers I do have are legitimately from videos I have made. But there are a substantial minority that are from that one video, to be fair. But yeah. And for what it's worth, my subscriber count hasn't really gone up in a few years. It's well, actually not a few years, but like for the last like year or so, it's been pretty like kind of up and down. It's been more or less like a 1.8, 1.9K, which I'm totally fine with. But Yeah, the channel's not really growing, but the main reason for that is because I'm not putting out enough videos. You know, I put out, like, what, maybe a couple of, like, main series videos a year, and then the rest of it is just nincasts or streams or whatever. Plus, you know, I'm not uploading every single day, like, you know, say, like, LTT or something, so there's also that, too. I have no idea where the sunken scroll is. Okay, well, that's a problem. Hold on, there's something up there. Okay, so we're gonna have to play through that level again. And just for the heck of it, let me actually look up what the actual subscriber count was for that video. I think it was like 250, 300. Let me look, just for the heck of it. Since I am curious. Where is it? Hold on. What the? Why is there only 3 videos? Hold on a second. I'm confused. Why is it only 3? Hold on. Japanese. And here it is. Okay, so the video as of right now, which is unlisted, has 1.35 million views. And it is getting, and it has 442 views a week or something. I'm not quite sure how that lines up. Let's see. Where is the thing that tells me subscribers? Oh, it doesn't tell me anymore. Can I go all the way back and see? What? That can't be right. It's not that high, is it? I do not remember it being that high. Okay, that's a little awkward. That's a little awkward. That's a little awkward. Okay, so apparently, supposedly, I have got 1,296 subscribers from that one video. I don't think that's right, because I don't remember it being that high last time I checked. I think it was only a couple hundred. But, wow. Yeah, I'm gonna have to look. I need to look into that a little more, because that subscriber count for, like, that one video seems like way too high. I do not remember it being that high. I knew it was a lot of subscribers. I do not remember it being that big. Because if that's true, then yeah, like a good, like, what, 70% of my subscribers are from that one video. It has nothing to do with the rest of the channel anymore. But for what it's worth, the videos I have uploaded have done mostly well in spite of that subscriber, like, thing. So it does prove that no matter what, the videos have done well. So I guess at the end of the day, that's all that matters. Well, for the most part. The Smash videos haven't done particularly amazingly, unfortunately. The my thoughts on Smash thing, like parts 1 and 2. I think part 1 is at like 80 views and part 2 is 50, which is a bit of a disappointment. That is part of the reason why I haven't been in a rush to like get the other parts out, but it's a bit of a shame. But I don't know. The Splatoon videos did well, and a lot of my previous like main channel videos did well. So it's a bit of a shame that those 2 more recent ones didn't. But then the short did well. I wonder how many subscribers I've gotten from that short. I've probably gotten a couple. I don't know. Okay, so this is the end of the level, basically. So where the heck is that scroll? Just for the heck of it, let me bring up, like, let's look at all the main channel stats real quick. Not main channel, main video. Let's go see, where's the playlist? Here we go, main videos. Okay, so what's the first video in the playlist? I think it's the Veterans and Smash video, right? Yeah, so what I consider like the first, like, you know, like main video is from 2018. It's called Veterans I Want to See in Smash Switch. And it did pretty well. It got like, I think 600 something views. So that was pretty cool. But then I put out a couple of like montages for Smash 4 and Ultimate, just for the heck of it. And then I have a video called How Will Future Smash Ultimate DLC Be Distributed? And that video did pretty well, got 640 views. Then we have features I want to see added in Smash Ultimate, and that one didn't do as well, but it still did well enough, 176 views. Nintendo in 2022, The Unknown Future, 228 views. Some Smash stages that should exist, 142 views. EVGA XR1 Gameplay Showcase. This is probably like the biggest like legitimate video I made that actually did pretty well. That wasn't like, you know, the Yokai Watch thing or the Etika compilation I did a few years ago that I have since unlisted. This one has 1.6K, so that's pretty awesome. I mean, it is mostly just showing off the capture card, to be fair, but still, that's pretty cool for a main channel video. And then, yeah, the Splatoon videos did really well. The first one got 339, then 207 for the second one, and then 825 for the last one. And then the potential options for Switch Pro, which was back in, like, 2021, during, like, the height of the Switch Pro, guys, it's really gonna happen. And then, obviously, it didn't, unfortunately. 569. Then a video that actually flew under the radar. The one thing that Nintendo is currently missing that nobody is talking about, got 67 views. And then we have the My Thoughts on Smash videos that have 110 and 53 respectively. So yeah, that's kind of the status of that for right now. Okay, I'm sorry that I just keep talking and I'm not like progressing right now. Supposed to be blazing through this, and we're kind of taking our time here because I have no idea where it is. Let me see if maybe... I'm hoping that there's, like, a hidden, like, a thing around here that I just haven't seen yet. Like, is there a hidden, like, like octo creature and the ink they'll spout out, and I'm trying to figure out where the heck. I have no idea where this scroll is. I guess I'm just gonna have to look this one up. I haven't had to look up any of them at this point, but I guess we might as well. Okay, hold on a sec. I know we're kind of grinding the stream to a halt here, but I need to figure this out. Let's see. Yeah, there's a text description of where it is, but I want, like, a video. Okay, here's a video. It's only 720p. At least it's 60 FPS. Again, apologies that I'm grinding the stream to a halt right now. I'm just like watching the darn video, waiting for the part where he shows where it is. Okay. Okay. I remember that. But what? Okay. That, no wonder I couldn't find it. Oh, I gotta plug the gamepad in. Yeah, no wonder I couldn't find it. Oh man, that's really hidden. I mean, I remember it, but like, man. Yeah, enough about the darn YouTube channel, enough about it. Okay, so, yeah, the long and short of that whole thing is that, yeah, I need to do more videos. I've been saying that for, like, forever, probably, but I need to finish those final, yeah, parts 3, 4, and 5 of the series. Of that Smash series I've been doing for forever now. I need to get those out so before I can move on to like some other videos I'd like to do. Whoa, whoa, I almost fell in right there. Yeah, there we go. Finally, we got that squared away. Oh my god, am I about to get trapped? Oh god, I'm trapped. Dang it! You can't creep around that little corner like that. Dang it! Why do I have to be trapped in all the time? This is my last life here. Why am I having trouble with this? I wasn't having trouble with this earlier. Oh my god. Okay, finally, we're out of that part. I just realized we haven't upgraded, like, anything in a while. Like, I mentioned that earlier, and I was like, oh, we'll do that after this one, and that never happened. Okay, well, after this one. Like, actually, though. This is what it takes to get Logan to fire up the Wii U. Hey, Jay. Yeah. Yeah, it kind of does, yeah. I mean, there's really not much of a reason for me to fire this sucker up unless it's like a special occasion or something, and this is a special occasion. We're going through all the campaigns, right? So I gotta boot up the Wii U. I also have to make sure I have the gamepad charged because yeah, I think my gamepad has reached the point where like it doesn't take too long before you gotta plug it in. So I basically just have it plugged in all the time, so I don't have to worry about it. But yeah, we're almost at the end here. We're only about like well, technically 3 missions away if you count the final boss. But yeah, we're actually approaching the end here, so let's see, 26. Here we go. Oh yeah, let's go upgrade gear. We haven't done that at all yet. I haven't upgraded my gun, like, or at all. Okay, let's, well, I guess we'll get everything else up till at least level 3. Yeah, and that'll probably be about as far as we really get, since I'm not gonna go out of my way. I'm not gonna grind, you know, to get everything upgraded. That's not a big deal. It's like I said, like, as far as I'm concerned, 100%ing the campaign is just getting all the sunken scrolls. That's the main thing that matters as far as I'm concerned. Salt Spray Rig. I love Salt Spray Rig. This is one of my favorite, like, this is like one of my favorite stages from Splatoon 1. And again, like Urchin Underpass, I really wish it was added to Splatoon 2. I mean, Urchin Underpass is like the series' most iconic map. So that had, like, no reason whatsoever to not be in Splatoon 2. But this is another one I like a lot, and I think it's pretty good. So I hope that this comes back in Splatoon 3 eventually. But obviously we'll see what happens. We'll see what happens with that. Get us there. I forget, is this entire part of the map only in the campaign, or is it actually in the map itself? I think it only goes up until, like, this, in, like, the actual multiplayer map version, but in the campaign version, they have this extra section over here. I could be wrong, but I don't think this part was actually in the multiplayer version of the stage, but I could be wrong. It's been a long time since I've played Splatoon 1 on the regular, so yeah, I don't know. Okay, where the heck is that sunken scroll? I think it's over here. No? Oh, it's over there. It's where the other spawn point would be if this was like a multiplayer match. There we go. There we go. Oh, hold on, let me read that. A 12,000-year-old fossil of a creature with odd internal skeleton, and apparently they found it's canonical in the world of Splatoon. They dug up a Wii U that was 12,000 years old, and look, they even have the thing from like that one tweet, or like that thing. Was it in the Splatoon 1 Direct, or was it in like a tweet? I don't know. I remember there was like this thing where they were like, oh, you can attach the Pro Controller and you can like strap it to a Wii remote to get motion control, because of course the Wii U Pro Controller didn't have a gyro sensor like the gamepad or the Switch Pro Controller does. So they had this weird hack job solution where in like the local multiplayer mode, because Splatoon 1 is a gamepad game, you use the gamepad for this game, but in that local multiplayer mode you can use a Pro Controller, but If you want motion control, you have to use this weird hack job solution that they show up there, where you literally strap a Wiimote, because obviously the Wiimote is motion control, to the Wii U Pro controller, and it will work. It was like really weird, but yeah. Anyways, okay, enough with all that. Okay, so then we got one more regular stage before we get to the final boss. And I think this is gonna be another, like, we're playing on, like, one of the multiplayer maps one, right? Yeah, Black Belly Skate Park this time. Or once again, I should say. Some of these are, like, you fight that big Octo creature, and then the other ones are just, like, the Octolinks. Like, the last one we did was us fighting the Octolinks. This one's just, like, the various Octo creatures in general. And then we fight that big one up there on the saucer. I'm gonna have to Google Translate that sucker, because I have no idea what it said. I have no idea what it's saying. It's a meme. I mean, like, the thing that the other guy said, the, like, sussy baka, that's, like, a meme. But I don't know if the thing you just said was a meme in Japanese. I don't know if that had anything to do with that or not. Anyways. Wait, is this even in Splatoon 2? There's a lot of specials from the first game that aren't in 2, but they are bringing a lot of them back in 3. Like, there's a new version of, like, a bunch of the classic specials that they're bringing back. I don't know if, what's that, like, the barrier thing? I don't think that's in 2, but again, I could be wrong. Oh my god, I'm getting destroyed right now. Ah! There we go. Ninja sauce dinosaur toothbrush. I've literally never heard of that. Alrighty, there we go. So now we just have one mission remaining. The boss fight, which is pretty cool. I mean, it's not the most amazing boss fight ever, but, like, the music is on point. Both the DJ Octavio theme and, of course, the all-time iconic Calamari I don't know how you say that last part, but you know what I'm talking about. Like, that track is, like, the most iconic track in the entire series aside from Splatoon. So obviously it's amazing. But even the DJ Octavio, even that's, like, really good, though. I don't remember if they brought that back for 2 or not, because of course he's the boss in 2 as well. Let's see, where the heck is... Oh, I gotta go all the way up there. Whoa, it's all the way over here. Okay, so I have got... Okay, so is there anything else I can upgrade? No, I cannot upgrade anything else. Okay, I don't have it anywhere near enough. And we got all the sunken scrolls except the last one, which we'll obviously be getting from the fight. Alright then, so this is it. Here we go. Oh, you can see Inkopolis in the background. I forgot about that. You can see the tower and everything. All right, here we go. Oh, damn, wow. Immediately. There we go. Yeah, once it gets in the ink, you gotta just wait. Not exactly Tatagania from Super Mario Land. I have barely played that game. I think I had it on the 3DS as like a Game Boy Virtual Console thing. I played it like once or twice. I never finished that game. All I really know about that game is, of course, like the main theme. That's where the Underground remix from Brawl comes from. That's really good. And then, like, obviously Daisy is from Super Mario Land. That's kind of the big thing with Super Mario Land, is that's the game that Daisy's from. But I've never actually played the whole thing. And of course, I'm going to go through this fight like really easily because I've done it multiple times, but the fight is genuinely pretty fun, and the music definitely elevates it. Okay, I might be getting a little too close right here. Oh, dang it. Yeah, I'm way too close. I'm way too close right now. Oh god, now see, I'm moving too quickly. I need to move back a little. Oh right, I forgot about that part. I forgot that it shoots back at you in like the later rounds. I completely forgot about that part. Whoa. Oh. Okay, I think this is it. We just gotta get this far, right? Actually, no. This is not it because we haven't heard the song yet. We haven't heard Calamari yet. So there's at least one more phase. Oh yeah, look at all that other area we still have to cover. Yeah, we still got quite a bit to go, actually. Got maxed out armor now. Oh, dang it. Oh, dang it, I missed it. It might be a little too close. Really? We're still not there yet? I think that's the final part over there, so this has to be like the last one before Calamari kicks in. Now he's gonna shoot her, now he's gonna shoot the nuke at us, right? No, not yet. Okay, here we go. Here's the nuke. Wait, it has sunglasses on it? Not sunglasses, but it has like the little like, you know, the little like, you know, like those 80s glasses or whatever the heck you want to call them. I've never noticed that before. I've literally never noticed that before. Brittany Arner? Sorry if I'm butchering that. Yeah, hi, welcome to the channel. They're kind of joining in here on like the last, on like literally the last kind of second here, but yeah. Whoa. Oh wait, oh dang it. Okay, here we go. Yeah, I've never noticed the, like, glasses on those before. Oh my god, okay, yeah, now it's gonna come in real hot, like, real hot. Yeah, look how fast that is. Okay, is it time? Okay, the music stopped, so this has to be when it happens. Yeah, here it is. What the heck does that say? Agent 3, can you hear that song? Best song in the game right here, by the way. Not exactly a hot take, I know, but it's true. Oh, dang it. No, we'll stay back here. Let's not get too close. Oh, dang it, I probably should have used the other one first. Wait, what? Okay, we're almost there. Stand back a little bit. Yeah, you can just see he's just jamming over there. What direction is it gonna come from? That one! There we go. 2 hours and 6 minutes. A little longer than last stream, which is kind of my fault because I did kind of get sidetracked a little bit earlier. but yeah, there we go. So grand total, that was about 4 hours. Across both streams. That's not too surprising. I mean, the Splatoon campaigns aren't exactly all that long, but yeah, so sweet. And we just immediately go back to oh yeah, in the last stream I called Inkopolis Plaza Inkopolis Square. That was my fault. No, Inkopolis Square is Splatoon 2. Inkopolis Plaza is Splatoon 1. Alrighty, credits time. This song is also pretty nice. Ken Watanabe. I feel like I've heard that before. I can't remember who specifically that is, but that name sounds familiar. Isn't that like someone kind of notable, or am I just like... Or maybe I'm thinking of a different one. I'm probably thinking of a different person, but I swear that's like someone notable. You know something that's kind of interesting about Splatoon? None of the Splatoon games have been directed by Nogami. Even though Nogami is like the face of the series. Like you know, like from the Splatoon... Like, you know, like that one thing from like the Splatoon 2 reveal where he's like in like the costume, when he's in like the lab uniform or whatever. Like, people associate Splatoon with like that, even though he hasn't directed a single one of the games. It's not like with Sakurai, where, you know, Sakurai's directed all of the Smash games, whereas like Nogami has only produced them. He's only produced the Splatoon games, but as far as we know, he's kind of like the unofficial creator of the series. He's like the main kind of guy guiding it. Because he's the one that people kind of associate the series with, and nothing else, even though he hasn't directed any of the games. Oh yeah, and of course, because this is a game that came out in May of 2015, I hope you're ready to see the credit to Satoru Iwata at the end. I think the last game to credit Satoru Iwata was Breath of the Wild. think that was the last Nintendo game that had, like, you know, produced, or that had, like, a special thanks at the end for Iwata. Yeah, there he is. Yeah, Hisashi Nogami. He's like the architect of Splatoon. Yeah, there it is. Executive producer Satoru Iwata. Thank you so much for playing my game. Alrighty, so I guess that's that. So yeah, I'm on a secondary account right now, so that's why I have, like, nothing. But, yeah, so that's why I'm just bone stock. Yeah, so, that was that. So that was this. Alrighty then. So it's one campaign out of the way, 2 more to go. And these next 2 are going to be more interesting in a way, because I've played the Splatoon 1 campaign a couple of times. You want to know what I haven't played a couple of times? The 2 campaigns. I've gone through the 2 campaigns once. Okay, once and a half. I've played through the campaigns... I've played through the Splatoon 2 campaign, the regular campaign, 1.5 times. And I've played Octo Expansion once. I've only played them through the once. So, I'm not gonna remember everything and, like, where every secret is in those ones. That'll make it a little more interesting, in a way, but... Yeah, so, that's the Splatoon 1 campaign, so... yeah, I mean, there's not really anything else to say, so, yeah, so, yeah, thank you, Lightstar Ninja, for being here earlier. Thank you, Jay, for showing up, and thank you, Brittany, for showing up as well. So, you know, thank you, everyone, for watching, and, yeah, so stay tuned for the Splatoon 2 Vanilla campaign. It's not going to be tomorrow, most likely. I'm probably going to take I'm probably not going to stream anything tomorrow, but, like, the day after that, maybe. But, of course, we'll see, because, I mean, this was originally supposed to be tomorrow. Like, I was going to do part 1 today and then do part 2 tomorrow, but I decided, you know what? Let's just go ahead and get Splatoon 1 completely done right now. So, yeah, we'll see what happens. But, yeah, so that's going to be it for now. Thank you all for watching, and if anyone watches this after the fact for some reason, then thank you for watching as well. And, yeah, so, yeah, stay tuned for Splatoon 2, and... I guess with that being said then, this is Logan59XP, and I'll see you guys next time.